Well, hello, William.
Hello, Mikael.
Here again, problem solving like we do daily, weekly,
Boom,
monthly,
boom,
yearly.
boom.
What I think you're leading this week, so
Yep.
what are you talking about?
So I'm going to talk about trying to prevent or mitigate buyers pulling out of a property sale at the last minute after changing their mind.
That
Happens a
sounds
lot
can
in the UK,
be very
and
frustrating, I suppose.
very frustrating for everyone. So we have a very funny system in the UK, which a lot of other people around the world just look at and go, how weird is this that you can
Yep.
go through a process, agree a price, um, an arrangement when you want to look to buy it, and then 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months, 9 months later, you just decide just before the day of the contract gets signed, you don't want to go
Okay.
ahead anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it leaves everyone in limbo. Everyone's got their removers already. Change all their plans, and yeah, they get to pull the rug out from under sellers.
Have you got a recent example? I heard you.
No, yes, I
Uh,
do actually. Annoying one.
okay.
No, so the yes. Anyway, a long story short, older lady in her 80s trying to move house, very stressful, big move for her. Chap wants to buy it, agrees a price. Sale goes on quite a long time because she's got equity release, trying to work something
Yep.
that's a bit more complicated. A lot of solicitors can't do it. Anyway, long story short, he transfers the deposit money, signs a contract,
Yep.
but doesn't give the authority to exchange to his solicitor and decides he gets cold feet at the last minute.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it
Yep.
really scuppers her, huge emotional uh
Setback. Yeah.
setback, yeah, emotional setback for the vendor. So then you got to start the whole process again.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so one of the things that one of the ways to mitigate that is what we do
Yep.
for one of our clients on quite a lot of units that they sell is by getting the buyer to sign a reservation agreement
Okay.
and put a deposit down. So the deposit could be 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, something like that. And effectively, it's just a way really to sharpen the focus of the buyer,
Yeah.
knowing that actually if they do pull out, they will lose this
Lose the money. Yeah.
lose the money. Yeah, and it's difficult. It's not, people worry about, well, is it really legally enforceable? But if you put as long as you put the certain terms and conditions on there, then at least what you can do is get back your legal fees and other associated costs.
Yep.
But what I think the main thing it does is just it focuses minds at the start of the process. So, do I really, really want to go through this? And if I do, I'm going to lose this money. And then at the
Yep.
end, when you come to exchange, if you don't exchange, you will lose this money.
Yep.
Then again, um, it's one way to mitigate the sort of the buyers just pulling out because they have changed their mind, not necessarily because they found a massive issue on the survey. Then that's
Yep.
another thing. Then I think reservation fee isn't necessarily that isn't that value, you have to give the money back. But if
Okay.
there's no reason to for them to pull out apart from just a change of heart, then you could conceivably withhold that deposit.
Who generally holds those monies? Is it in like a
Usually the solicitor.
list? Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So that way. Yeah. So it's just I mean, because at the moment there aren't many mechanisms in the UK um to the buyer can just drag it out, drag it out, drag it out. Or one reason or another. And then you can go through all these different changes and you can have a chain of one, two, three, four, five, because seven people in a chain, for example, and one person decides right at the end not to go ahead, and then all that process has to fall down. You've got to find another
Yep.
buyer. So
Do you
very
think
frustrating for everyone.
laws might change around this, or do you think it's just going to stay the same?
It's going to stay the same. They've talked about it for ages, and they've got much better systems in other countries.
Yep.
But we just don't seem to have the appetite for change here, which I have no
Okay.
idea why.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe it's another problem to be solved another
On
time.
a higher level, yeah, on a government level,
Yeah.
I think
Government
yeah,
level. Yeah.
it should be, yeah, there should be some
Should be
changes coming in.
reviewed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but in the interim, if you are acting for a vendor, you can certainly suggest this. Some solicitors sort of shy away from it, but we've been using it quite a lot over the last 4 years, and it works really
Okay.
well.
Yeah, great.
The the vendor and a lot of people in that in that chain will be incurring costs, solicitors costs, survey costs,
Yeah,
removal costs, all lots of costs, which no one wants.
great. Well, I think we've rambled along long enough there.
You pull the cord.
We can definitely look at other problems in the sort of buying and selling process and how to help smooth out the uh, the overall uh, process as well. So
Lovely. Thank you.
lovely. Well, William,
Have a
I
great
will
weekend.
see you next week.
Yes,
Enjoy your weekend.
I will.
Enjoy the fresh air and the